Welcome in to another episode, another video, another mock draft, another day on the grind to 1,000 subscribers. I'm only at, I think 79 as of today. Once I hit 100, that will be a huge milestone, but I'm really aiming for that 1,000. I just want to be able to go live. For stuff like the draft, possibly big Chargers game, stuff like that. Um, the original video, or not video, the original reason that I created this channel was just to interact more with Chargers fans, to not correct, but to get my opinions out there. Obviously, that's what it seems like the internet is for. Um, but primarily just to interact more with Chargers fans and just get more Chargers content out there, kind of. The, yeah, 1,000 subscribers would just, that's gonna be a big milestone. That's also when you can start getting paid, so I'll start getting like a couple pennies for each video, maybe. Um, I don't think that even if every single Chargers fan subscribed to me, I'm not sure if I could still make enough income for that to be my entire life. So this will probably always just be a side hustle, but it's the best side hustle ever. I barely have any subscribers. I have a lot compared to even just a month or two ago, but I don't know. I enjoy interacting with you guys, even those of you who say that my voice is monotone and that these videos are boring, but I still love you. You can keep commenting those things. I'll clap back always. But today we're just going to be doing a quick 7-round mock draft, possibly with trades, depending on how the board falls. So free agency has mostly passed, like first and second wave have kind of passed. But mainly my opinions of the Chargers roster, even after the signings, have altered a little bit. So let's jump into this mock draft. I won't say no matter what. We'll look at the board at like this point and see if anybody crazy hasn't gone, but I don't think anybody has Sauce. Yeah, Sauce went. So that's a pretty chalky top 12. We do have Jameson Williams on the board. Even if Jameson Williams is on the board, who just seeing him post that video of him actually moving and not doing drills, but just some like warm up sort of exercises this early into the recovery process, I was like, dude, I'm sold. I want Jameson Williams at 17 if he's there no matter what. Our offense would just be so sick. Trent McDuffie, I also think is an option. So right now, in my opinion, Chargers' biggest needs are, in my opinion, right tackle, right guard, and then edge 3, cornerback 4, another wide receiver, mainly we don't really have one, a run after the catch, or a true deep threat, because I don't know if I consider Jalen Guyton a truly elite deep threat. He ran the same, or a truly elite deep threat, or like speedster, if you know what I mean. I think Jalen Guyton ran like a 4.39, which is very fast. I will never be able to run that fast. He's very fast, but compared to other players in the NFL, that's slightly faster than average for wide receivers, but I want a true flyer like Jameson Williams. That being said, I like a lot of guys on the board. I'm still going to try and... Ooh. Players interested in pick 17, Carolina Panthers at pick 137. I bet you are. So let's see if, like, the Pittsburgh Steelers would want pick 17. Yeah, so they're not even interested at all, which I think is how PFF just does it now. If I was in this situation, because Chargers community, not a necessarily consensus has been reached, but the thought is Matt Filer at right tackle, Brendan Hymus at left guard, and then we either draft or kind of just probably re-sign Ode Ibushi at some point for right guard. So I would be torn. I just don't love Raymond or Penning at pick 17 if we can't trade back. And I think the only guy, I wouldn't mind McDuffie. I don't know how much he would see the field though, depending on his development. And there is a tiny bit more variance, I want to say, in first round corners compared to first round receivers. Might be falling into the trap of the video that Jameson Williams posted or somebody else posted, of him just being able to move, and I was just reminded of how crazy it is that a talent like this might be here for us. So I'm going to go Jameson Williams. In the perfect scenario, I would be able to trade down to late 20s, pick up either a second or a third in something else, because I love the second and honestly third round of this draft. I think that there's so many starters available in rounds 2 and 3 in this draft. There's not as many blue chip guys at the top, but it's not bad on day 2. So Dylan Parham I like, Darian Beavers I really like, Kellen Diesch, Damian Pierce. I don't want a running back really before round 6 or 7, but he is a guy that I like. Khalil Shakir is interesting. Daniel Falele is still here. So I think I'm going to try and pick 84. Yeah, I'm going to try and snag pick 138. That's coming up. That's not too bad. Pick 208 maybe. That's excessive for a 5-spot trade down. That's pretty realistic, I think. Maybe another something next year. Yeah, whatever. So I think that's going to be worth it. Because with Matt Filer probably at right tackle, we can still get starting guard, starting linebacker, Khalil Shakir, Calvin Austin I like, but we just got Jameson Williams. Marcus Jones, very tempting, I will say. Luke Gadecki I like. Zion McCollum, he is a huge riser. Average draft position 126. Like, nobody had heard of this guy before the combine. So if I already want receiver, I really wish. See, because all of the edges, not all, but most of the edges are going to be taken round 1 and 2. Drake Jackson, I would love. Kingsley, love. Marvin Leal. Boye Mafe, Arnold Ebiketie, David Ajabo. There's just a lot of guys in rounds 2 and 3, a lot of edges specifically, where we need that edge 3 locked down. But if this is how the board fell, There is some kind of depth at corner. Majay Sanders, that might be a steal if he's there at 123. Because yes, he tested horribly at the combine, but he had also lost like 20 pounds because of a sickness. I don't even know why he tested, to be honest. I have no idea. So with how the board has fallen, I think I'm going to go O-line. And in this situation, I would go either Kellen Diesch or Max Mitchell. I'm trying to remember highest graded tackle. Kellen Diesch was also. I think I'm just going to follow PFF's big board. Kellen Diesch, I want to say, came in with sub 33-inch arms, but he was very good in pass protection, like extremely, extremely good. Yeah. Only allowed one pressure on 36 snaps against Wisconsin. So yeah, I'm going to go O-line in round 3. Just because there's a handful of corners that I think I'm still going to like with our next pick. Hopefully they don't all go. That would be unfortunate, which, I mean, I like Cordero Flott, so I'm glad that he fell because none of the other ones did. Tariq Castro, I don't mind. Zion McCollum went. Luke Gadecki, Kobe Bryant, David Bell this late in round 3. For the Chargers, I don't know if I would love, but I really like David Bell, even though he tested horribly. Marcus Jones went. So here, pick. That was probably horrible to listen to, but pretty obviously, I think needs to be Cordero Flott. I've talked about him in other videos, but I really like Cordero Flott. If he can add, even right now, I like him, but he is very thin. I don't know if he would hold up that great. Just with the physicality of the game, there is a little bit of a boost into the NFL, but if he can just put on 10 or 15 more pounds, I think that he could survive. He has very good movement skills. He's good in coverage. What is this, round 4? Yeah, I would be very okay. Especially with Cordero Flott over Tavon Campbell, I will take that any day. Especially if that's just how you phrase it. Cordero Flott or Tavon Campbell. It's pretty easy decision in my opinion. The other Tulsa tackle is still here. So I want Kellen Diesch. We do see the edges just don't last until round 4, and that is a pretty huge need for us. So it sort of solidifies. I don't know if we would go edge round 1, but that's why I want to trade back, try and get either a second or another third, possibly use that third and another pick to move up into the late second to get one of those edges. That would be huge. Oh, I can just sort by. There's still a lot of guys left. I can sort by. I just want to see where a Caleb Evans is, unless he was already taken, which I guess he was. Yeah, he was with the pick right after ours, but I am also, I feel like they bumped a Caleb Evans up their board a little bit, but I've been pretty high on him for a while now. So we have Zach Tom, Noah Ellis. I'm not taking a running back until later. Jack Sanborn, tempting. 6'6". Oh, I clicked on this dude like last video, 6'6", 320. I don't know if that's right. I still haven't heard anything else about him, but an edge player, that's huge for an edge player. Next pick is at 160, so I think I'm going to go either O-line or I might go linebacker. No, I gotta go O-line. I think I'm gonna go Zach Tom. He's falling a little bit. And let's keep Justin Herbert upright. Just because I don't like Brandon Staley does not value linebackers. I do like Jack Sanborn. If he's there with this pick, I'm gonna think about it. He is. Interior D-line is still an option. Kevin Austin, probably not. We want Jameson Williams round 1. Edge, 100% still on the board for this pick. Matt Ariza, round 5. Most definitely not. Linebacker or edge? See, honestly, how much did he weigh? Because with the way that this dude tested, 236, he is a little bit thin. Not actually thin, but us. That's a trend that might start happening a little bit more. Every athletic linebacker that we see, we're just like, we're thin at edge. Like, let's just try him out at edge. Let's just throw this linebacker in and see if he can rush the passer. Kenneth Murray, bum ass. Come on. So, I guess this wouldn't really be a reach, 6'4". I haven't watched Dominique Robinson or Isaiah Thomas. Both could be good players, but just the fact that I have watched Jack Sanborn, I think I'm going to go with him. We've addressed wide receiver, addressed O-line pretty well, addressed corner. I still wouldn't hate going corner later in the draft as well. And I know that Brandon Staley doesn't value linebackers, but I mean, if Kenneth Murray doesn't take that next step, there's a difference between like Eamon Agba, whatever the rest of his last name is. No disrespect, I just have no idea how to say it. I'm okay with Drew Tranquill and Kenneth Murray starting linebackers next year. But if one game in, Kenneth Murray looks like he hasn't progressed at all, then I want Eamon to come in. And if Eamon just doesn't look like he's capable of playing in the NFL game, it's just Drew Tranquill. Because Kenneth Murray, there's a difference. But like, yes, he has that first round caliber. He's a good athlete, but he was a literal liability. Our defense is much improved this year, but like, especially in that Raiders game, just every single time, I'm sure that it happened to you guys too, but you could just, if you saw he was in the game, it's like first down. Before the play even starts, just this is going to be a first down or a big play. They're going to run or pass at Kenneth Murray, and he is not going to make a good play. And I know that Brandon Staley doesn't value linebackers, and I hope that Kenneth Murray takes a huge leap this year, but Drew Tranquill's been hurt before. I don't have that much faith in Kenneth Murray. Rumor in-house is that they like Eamon, but round 5, I would be okay taking a pretty athletic linebacker just for a tiny bit more of insurance. There's my rant on that. JT Woods, was this the dude who flew in the 40? It might have been Jeffrey Gunter. See, here I am sort of forced into going edge. Um, I wouldn't mind a safety here, honestly. It looks like it's pretty rich. Um, Adam Anderson. Oh, what was? I mean, 6'5", 230. That's incredibly light. I'm trying to remember what his deal was though. 6'4", 260. I'm probably just gonna go Jeffrey Gunter. Also, being honest, haven't watched his tape. I've heard of him, but haven't watched his tape. I just really think that we need some depth at edge, though. Carson Wells, I've also heard of, but a good bit higher on the board is Jeffrey Gunter. So I'm going to go with him in round 6. It's a huge need, and guys who could possibly see the field will always be valuable picks in the draft. Matariza, this is indeed when you start thinking about Matariza, though. I might wait for that next pick. I like our wide receiver room now. We don't have to go there. Safety, possibly. Safety, possibly. I think that is what we're going to do. Austin Decula is so low. So low on Austin. 6 foot 190. That's more of a cornerback build, but that's okay because that is indeed also what we need. 6'1", 221. I'm gonna trust the board here and go Percy Butler plus anybody who has. Did we trade with? Did I trade down with the Chiefs? I don't remember. But anybody who has any possibility of not, I guess, flipping to corner, but just having a little bit more versatility, I think I'm going to value a little bit more. Here, yeah, we're going to go Matariza, round 6, pick 36 as well. Punter of the future. Chargers fans will be so happy if we got Matariza on like the 6th. I think every single team in the NFL, unless you have one of the better punters in the NFL, would just be so thrilled because it's not even a huge deal, but like the Chargers never punt. And even, or no, I guess Matariza would be good because the guy that we just signed has like really good hang time on his punts, but not great average punt distance. I don't remember what it's called. But I feel like the Chargers would want more of a Matariza because if we are punting, it probably means that we went 3 and out on our own, like 10 or 20. If we even get to the 40 or 50 and get a couple yards, we're probably going for it on 4th down, so we're not going to punt. So we don't really need that shorter punt with great hang time to pin them deep. If we are punting, we're going to want to flip the field. And, like, yeah, that means holding up in punt coverage, which we're not great at, but hopefully we can next year. And I'm just saying, I think that we would value a further punter. And Matariza has, without a doubt, probably better hang time than the guy that we signed to. So that point is not even important either way. Round 7, this is indeed when we can look for running backs. I think I went CJ Verdell last time. 215. I don't know why I'm looking for rocked up like 225 running back here because once again, I don't really watch that much running back tape. Call me something, I don't know. Like many people nowadays, don't think it's that valuable of a position. 5'9", 205. I don't really care about height at all. 5'8", 211. I think I'm going to trust the board once again and go Sincere McCormick. Pretty cool name as well. Never hurts. So positions we haven't addressed, possibly interior D-line, possibly another edge. Honestly, I would not hate taking a corner here. Graduate. This dude's definitely like 25 or something, which isn't a bad thing. Means he should ideally be able to come in, and I might go Kalon Barnes. Pretty sure this is the dude who flew. Means so little in football because if he's this low, probably means that he did not know how to use his speed and that he wasn't an amazing football player. But in this situation, I'm just going to chase random upside with Kalon Barnes. And then we addressed 2 spots on O-line. We got a receiver, a safety, 2 corners, a linebacker, an edge. I guess interior D-line would probably be the move here. Literally just for depth, another rotational guy, just because that's where the NFL is moving a little bit. And I think that this guy, 6'4", 285, honestly, I don't hate that build for what we need because we already have some space eaters who could potentially play nose tackle. I think I'm going to go McKinley Williams. And then here we're going to go. People like Trey Sterling, I think. I don't remember who was higher on him. 6'6", 285. That was like bigger than the interior D lineman I just took, which happens a lot nowadays. Brock Purdy. Wow, what a fall. Like 2 years ago, that dude was a future first rounder. That's crazy. I'm going to go Esezi Otomewo. Miwo. I'm not going to make you guys listen to me try and pronounce that again. So first round, we went with Jameson Williams, which got an A+. And then we traded down a couple spots to get Kellen Diesch, possibly starting right tackle, possibly just starting guard. And then fourth round, we got Cordero Flott, cornerback 4. Does need to put on some weight, but I think has great movement skills, pretty good athlete. Zach Tom, next, depth at O-line as of today, still what we need. Haven't signed a right tackle or right guard. Jack Sanborn, this is just for my peace of mind. Jeffrey Gunter in the 6th. Edge 3 or 4. Percy Butler got an A, safety in the 6th. I don't mind our safety group, honestly. I like Alohi Gilman as our safety 3. Mark Webb, I don't even remember seeing that much of last year, but obviously getting any other player, whether that's Alohi, Mark Webb, or Percy Butler, who can play that too high look alongside Nazir and get Derwin down in the box a little bit more. I think that could be good for this defense. And then Matariza, Sincere McCormick, Kalon Barnes, McKinley Williams, and Esezi. I'm not going to try again, put you guys through that. But let me know what you guys think of this mock draft. Ideally, we would trade down in the first round, but we got Jameson Williams, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Jameson Williams, Justin Herbert, tossing bombs. That would be a fun next year. like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.